Ever wondered how some gardeners manage to produce bountiful harvests with minimal modern conveniences? In today's video, we'll explore 20 tried and true Amish gardening methods that have thrived for generations without relying on high-tech tools. From clever soil enrichment techniques to time-tested pest control solutions, these tips can transform your own garden into a healthier, more sustainable space. Number 1. Heirloom seeds. The Amish are known to favor open-pollinated heirloom seeds passed down for generations because these varieties adapt naturally to local conditions. Unlike store-bought hybrids, heirloom strains often have stronger resilience against climate fluctuations and pests. Many contemporary agricultural studies highlight that heirloom seeds can retain robust genetic traits, leading to tastier, nutrient-rich harvests. By selectively saving seeds only from the healthiest plants, Amish gardeners strengthen each subsequent planting cycle, ensuring consistency in flavor and quality while preserving agricultural biodiversity. Number 2. Soil enrichment. A core principle in Amish gardening involves continually feeding the soil to support healthy root systems. They often gather manure from stables, combine it with chopped straw, and layer it onto fields before deep tilling. This practice supplies nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus in balanced proportions. According to recent soil management research, fields enriched with robust organic matter consistently show higher yields and better water retention. The Amish prioritize aeration by using horse-drawn plows, allowing beneficial microorganisms to thrive and break down nutrients naturally. Number 3. Crop rotation. The Amish have long observed that rotating specific crops each season supports soil fertility and disrupts pest life cycles. For instance, a plot used for corn one year might switch to beans or peas the following season. Studies indicate that rotating legumes helps restore nitrogen in depleted soil, reducing the need for artificial fertilizers. This approach not only improves plant health, but also provides a more stable growing environment, limiting the spread of soil-borne diseases and keeping yields consistent. Number 4. Raised beds. To maximize limited space and maintain healthier plants, many Amish families build raised beds using untreated wood planks. This method elevates the growing area, boosting drainage and preventing waterlogged roots. Recent data on intensive small-scale farming shows that raised beds often outproduce traditional row planting by concentrating nutrients and simplifying weed control. The Amish typically fill these beds with a rich mixture of compost, manure, and topsoil, ensuring plants have quick access to essential minerals. Number 5. Pesticide alternatives. Rather than relying on synthetic chemicals, Amish gardeners often turn to age-old pest deterrents. They may apply garlic or onion sprays, sprinkle diatomaceous earth around stems, or plant marigolds to repel harmful insects. According to modern entomological reports, intercropping flowers with vegetables can reduce harmful pest populations significantly. By preserving beneficial bugs like ladybugs and lacewings, the Amish create a natural balance that keeps infestations in check without harming the ecosystem or contaminating produce. Number 6. Companion planting. Amish communities have long recognized that certain plant pairings strengthen one another. Tomatoes may be grown alongside basil or borage to deter destructive insects, while cucumbers thrive near radishes that distract pests. In-depth analyses from horticultural institutions reveal that companion planting can lead to a higher overall yield by improving soil nutrients and reducing pest-related crop loss. The Amish capitalize on these synergistic relationships, carefully planning which plants share garden rows to optimize growth and flavor. Number 7. Mulching strategies. To preserve moisture and protect against weed intrusion, Amish gardeners spread straw, grass clippings, or shredded leaves around plant bases. This organic layer helps regulate soil temperature while minimizing surface evaporation an essential tactic in regions with unpredictable rainfall. Updated data on water conservation points out that consistent mulching can reduce irrigation needs by up to 50%. The Amish maintain their mulch layers throughout the growing season, turning them over occasionally to encourage aeration and discourage mold buildup. Number 8. Sawmill byproduct usage. Communities with their own sawmills often recycle sawdust or wood shavings as soil amendments. Mixed with compost, these byproducts can lighten dense clay and improve drainage. Despite sawdust sometimes being overlooked, recent experiments reveal that when properly aged, it provides an extra carbon source that beneficial microbes break down into stable organic matter. By carefully balancing carbon and nitrogen inputs, the Amish turn what could be waste material into a valuable resource for healthier root systems. Number 9. Hand pollination techniques. In small garden plots or greenhouses, Amish growers occasionally rely on manual pollination. By gently tapping blossoms or using a soft brush to transfer pollen, they ensure a reliable fruit set when pollinator insects are scarce. Modern studies of pollinator decline show the practical benefit of hand pollination for sensitive crops like squash or cucumbers. This low-tech intervention guarantees abundant produce, especially in variable weather conditions that might limit bee activity during critical blooming periods. Number 10. Early seed starting. To extend the growing window, Amish gardeners often begin seeds indoors, leveraging natural warmth from stoves or using well-insulated areas lit by daylight. This jumpstart is particularly advantageous for cooler climates, where late frosts can damage fragile seedlings. Agricultural studies suggest that transplanting established seedlings can cut 2 to 3 weeks off the growing schedule, leading to earlier harvests. By staggering start times for different crops, the Amish avoid gluts and ensure a continuous supply of fresh produce. Number 11. No electric greenhouse structures. Many Amish communities build modest greenhouses with plastic sheeting or glass windows for season extension. They often rely on passive solar design, orienting structures to capture maximum sun exposure. By incorporating thermal mass materials like stone or water barrels, they regulate nighttime temperatures without electricity. Studies on passive greenhouse systems confirm that using solar energy, combined with good ventilation, can maintain stable conditions for delicate plants, enabling an extended harvest season or off-season crop production. Number 12. Deep watering methods. To strengthen root systems and reduce surface evaporation, Amish gardeners commonly employ a slow, deep watering approach. Rather than sprinkling water across leaves, they direct it at the base of each plant, allowing moisture to penetrate deeply. Updated irrigation research supports this strategy, indicating that infrequent but thorough watering encourages plants to develop robust roots. The Amish also utilize simple drip lines or perforated hoses connected to rain barrels, ensuring water seeps into the soil at a gradual pace. Number 13. Rotation of livestock. Many Amish farms interweave livestock rotation with crop production, moving animals such as chickens, goats, or sheep to new sections of land after each harvest. This process fertilizes soil with nutrient-rich manure and disturbs weed seeds through animal foraging. Modern regenerative agriculture case studies show that strategically pasturing livestock can rejuvenate fields without requiring heavy mechanical tillage. The Amish keep track of how long animals graze on each patch, ensuring the land has time to recover before replanting. Number 14. Self-sustaining compost. Compost piles in Amish communities often blend kitchen scraps, manure, garden leftovers, and wood ash. Turning these piles every few weeks aerates the mixture, speeding decomposition and killing weed seeds. According to the latest data on backyard composting, maintaining a moisture level of around 50% helps microorganisms break down materials more efficiently. The Amish closely monitor these conditions, sometimes placing a tarp over compost heaps to retain warmth, and they test decomposition by texture and smell rather than relying on meters or electronics. Number 15. Horse-drawn cultivators. Instead of tractors, Amish farmers frequently use horse-drawn cultivators for weeding and cultivating between rows. This method allows precise control over soil disturbance, preventing the compacting effect of heavy machinery. Recent farm equipment analyses show that lightweight horse-drawn implements can reduce fuel costs and maintain better topsoil structure. By minimizing compaction, plants have easier access to oxygen and nutrients, and beneficial soil organisms remain undisturbed. This traditional technique remains an efficient choice for small to mid-sized plots. Number 16. Vertical gardening. In more confined areas, the Amish sometimes train plants to grow upward using trellises or sturdy strings attached to wooden frames. This approach saves ground space, promotes airflow around stems, and reduces pest problems. Home gardening statistics indicate that vertical gardening can boost yields per square foot by allowing multiple layers of growth. Beans, peas, and cucumbers are prime candidates for climbing structures. By observing the sun's path, the Amish position trellises where plants receive optimal light throughout the day. Number 17. Natural weed suppression. Some Amish families employ solarization by covering fallow plots with clear plastic for several weeks in the sun. This traps heat, raising soil temperatures high enough to kill weed seeds and disease pathogens. Recent studies show that solarization can significantly reduce labor-intensive weeding in subsequent planting cycles. Since plastic is removed before planting new crops, the ground becomes a cleaner slate. Coupled with mulch or subsequent cover crops, solarization provides a chemical-free way to limit invasive plant species. Number 18. Simple seed-saving protocols. After the growing season, Amish gardeners carefully collect seeds from the healthiest fruits and vegetables. They spread them out to dry on cloth or newspaper, ensuring no cross-contamination. Research on seed viability highlights that seeds kept in cool, dark conditions can retain germination potential for several years. Amish families sometimes store seeds in glass jars with moisture-absorbing materials like silica gel. This simple but effective method preserves precious genetic lines and saves money on annual seed purchases. Number 19. Cooperative barn raising spirit. While often associated with building structures, the communal mindset also influences Amish gardening. Neighbors assist each other by sharing equipment, livestock rotation schedules, and seeds that thrive under specific conditions. Sociological research points out that this collective approach helps disseminate successful growing techniques quickly among households. In practice, it means that if one garden faces a pest outbreak, others pitch in with organic remedies or protective netting, ensuring a region-wide resilience that benefits everyone's harvest. Number 20. Continuous learning through observation. Even though they avoid certain modern technologies, the Amish closely observe changing weather patterns, soil quality, and plant health, adapting their methods as needed. They might experiment with new heirloom varieties that come recommended through community seed swaps or from traveling vendors. Recent agricultural findings underscore the importance of on-site experimentation, as local microclimates can differ dramatically even within the same county. The Amish, with their in-depth generational knowledge, combine empirical trial and error with shared wisdom, ensuring their gardening practices remain relevant, productive, and aligned with nature for decades to come.